good to be able to go along to a session, talk to foster carers, and for both myself and my husband to get a really good idea of what's involved in fostering, the practicalities of it. And I think the real turning point for us was that there was a foster carer there at the time who had started fostering when her children were a similar age to our children now. And actually to speak to her daughter and hear how positive it was for her, and actually she had no regrets as a child starting fostering, was so positive to hear. And that really was the turning point and made us think, yes, we can do it. They're really informal meetings that run through a very general overview of what fostering involves. So there's a really nice presentation that gives you a good idea of what fostering is, what types of fostering there are, why children come into care, why we do this job, and also what the fostering team are looking for in a foster carer. There's also a good overview of the assessment process and the support that's offered. It's all very brief, but there's lots of chances for you to ask lots of questions in between. So there are sessions in the evenings at different times, or they've also got some lunchtime sessions. So if you can't attend in the evening, there's ones that can be flexible. There's normally a couple of us there with different experiences. I really like to be able to help other foster carers that are thinking about going into that role to give them the same support. It's a really good chance for people to ask us what the role's like and us to be able to share some of the positivities and some of the stresses as well in the role. This is a really important session that gives you such a good overview of what the role involves. And I'd really recommend anyone to come along. They're very informal. They don't take too long. They're virtual at the moment. So it's really easy to be able to fit them around. You don't have to leave the house. But I think they're really good to give you a good view of what fostering's about and to ask those questions that you have before you go further into the process.